Hello, friends, and welcome back to Wanderlost Gaming. So, I found this very interesting Reddit post on the r-gaming subreddit called Gamers 30 Plus. What is something from back in your day that younger gamers today would not understand? And I found this very interesting because, obviously I'm plus 30. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are. And so, yeah, here are some things that, younger gamers today would not understand. One of the things was cleaning the wheels for your mouse balls. Well, I understand that, we all had those mouses with the balls, and and a lot of people. Well, me personally, I didn't use a lot of PC gaming back then. I was more of an N64, PlayStation, Game Boy Advance, PSP. So, but I did understand the concept of cleaning the mouse's balls, even though that sounds funny. Another thing I found interesting here was buying games based on the box art and description, and this is something true. The box art was something magical back then because it would just tell you what the game is about. And sometimes they would trick you. Sometimes you would get tricked. I remember, for example, Pokemon Puzzle. It looked like I was like thinking like I didn't know what puzzle meant because you guys have to remember I didn't grow up here in the States, so I thought it was like an RPG, but it turned out to be something different. And there was a lot of really amazing box arts back then. I think one of my favorites is the Star Fox Adventures. I think that one tell you pretty much what it was, and there was like three screenshots in the back of the box that would show you like an image of the games, right? Also, a lot of word of mouth from friends, right? We would know about games and stuff like that from other gamers, and that's how we used to know, like because there was no internet. And also there was like no streamers back then, so that would I think I don't know how I'm not much of a person that watches streams, but like at least like you guys have that option right now, so you can see what the game is and stuff like that. And here's a funny one: Mew under the truck in Vermilion City in Pokemon Red and Blue. That was a famous one. Everybody knew about that one, and the Missigno too. Um, let's see another one here. Yeah, it's also like how someone here comments how people ruin their gaming experience by basically just googling the most optimized build possible. And I think that's true, that, just like guides and walkthroughs, even though sometimes they're needed because you would just spend hours and hours trying to figure out a puzzle and, you just wouldn't be able to know what it was. Here's a good one: getting demo disc in gaming magazines. I remember I got the demo through GameStop of the Wind Waker. I think we got about 15 minutes, the island section of the Wind Waker through a magazine or at GameStop, one of the other. But we also got, if you pre order Zelda Wind Waker, you would get the Ocarina of Time remaster. And that was pretty cool back then, to get a free game when you pre order something. That was like incredible. Let's see what else here. I'm trying to find something here, some interesting ones. Oh yeah, gamefaqs.com. That was like a funny website. I still troll on that website, guys. That website was pretty hilarious. It still is hilarious. Some of you guys are probably watching from there. Shout out to you guys and keep on trolling. But yeah, that website was actually, I used that website to find guys or walkthroughs of games that where I was just like stuck, you know. Let's see what else. Yeah, you know, also playing four-player first-person shooting games was pretty crazy, you know, because everybody would be watching. Like one way to find out where the player was would be just to watch the other screens of your friends and kill them. Well, here's a funny one too: blowing into cartridges and wiping a CD with your shirt. Well, I think people still wipe their CDs, you know, if they have any, you know. I went all digital, so I don't have any more of that, you know. Some of the games, you know, I remember FF7, I think, was on fourth disc. A lot of games were like on fourth disc. The GameCube ones too, sometimes two, you know. Um, let's see what else. I'm trying to see here. I think that's it, guys. Teaching yourself how to use DOS so you can play some Sierra games. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Oh yeah, here's a. I think I'll end it with this one, guys. No patches. Whatever game you got, that's what you got. You know, there was no updating, no DLC. And you know, from experience, most of the games that I bought, they came in complete. I don't think there was any. I can't remember any game where I just couldn't play it because of some reason. Well, actually, yeah. Here's one where like the game you cannot. I don't know if there's a way to beat it, but if you Google the Lord of the Rings, it's the first one, the Fellowship of the Ring for Game Boy Advance. That one you cannot complete it. I remember that one. It was just like freeze, and that's an EA game. So that's it for you today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Bye bye.